Hi everybody, and welcome to day 5 of the 31 Day Creative Pep Talk. My name is Alecia Renece, and for 31 days I wanted to share some encouragement and inspiration to all my fellow creatives out there who are struggling just like me. So while I offer this advice, understand that this is advice I also need to hear, and I figure that if I need to hear it, why not give it to somebody else, right? So yeah, so we're in day 5, so let's begin. A lot of people think that your conditions need to be perfect in order to begin something or start something or to carry out something. You know, we think we need the fanciest equipment, we need the lights and the stage, and you know, a team of people to help us when all you have is yourself. And what I want to encourage you all is to not wait for perfect conditions, because they don't exist. Something will always go wrong. You can plan out everything you want to plan. Plans fall through. People fall through. People don't show up. People, you know, have emergencies that come up in their lives. You have emergencies that come up in your lives. You know, you might have money set aside for a project, and then, you know, your car breaks down, and then you got to fix it. And you're like, oh my God, I had this planned out, and now I can't do it. What I really want to say to you is to try to use what you already have. Right? So again, one, perfect conditions don't exist. So no matter even if you have all the equipment and all the fancy stuff, something is bound to go wrong. There's nothing perfect here in this world. Like, there's nothing perfect. Use what you already have though. Like, we fail to realize all of the things we have at our disposal, whether they be people, resources, equipment, things like that. Like, use what you already have. Like, for example, I put out a project 3 years ago now, and I didn't have any instrumentalists. I didn't have anyone to help me to like play. So what did I do? I used my voice. I used what I had. If all I have is my voice, okay, then I need to make an a cappella project, because this is all I have at my disposal right now. And later on, maybe I'll be, you know, more learned in like piano and guitar and all this other stuff, but I don't want to wait until I gain those skills to be able to put out something that I want to create. In the same way, I'm sure you have a lot of skills that you already have at your disposal, a lot of people, a lot of resources that you have at your disposal that you're not even tapping into to help you create something that you want to create. What I will also say is, oftentimes people want perfect conditions so that they can start to create, when really lacking things causes you to be creative. You know, you have to be creative when you have less things at your disposal. For example, you know, if you're dead broke and you're like, yo, I just lost my job, you know, rent is due, you're gonna get pretty creative and figure out how to make some money, whether like legally or illegally. It's still creative. You have to figure out, okay, how can I make money? Not that I'm saying that anybody should illegally make money, but I'm just saying you get creative when you lack resources. Lack of resources literally breeds creativity. Like, folk who are poor, folk who don't have access to like the things that like the people in the higher ups have access to, get really, really, really creative with a lot of things. You know, you look at air conditioning, right? In the summertime, it's about to get hot. I love going to places and seeing how they deal with the same things we deal with. Like, we need central air, we need fans, we need all this extra stuff. We went to Puerto Rico, and a lot of their buildings have really, really high ceilings. You know, and it's not like it's a second level, it's just a really, really high ceiling. And what that does is helps the hot air collect in the top of the building so that the lower half, you know, is cooler. And so as people who have access to resources like this, not saying that a lot of people in Puerto Rico don't have access to air conditioning, but this is like an older building. But as people now, like us, who have access to air conditioning, we don't even think about that. It's like, no, we just turn on a switch and it's cool. But no, people had to be creative with their resources to figure out, okay, how can it's really, really hot. How can I stay cool? How can I keep my family cool in the summertime or when it's really, really hot here? And so in the same way, you yourself are really creative. You're really creative, but because we have access to all these things, we think we're not. Everyone is creative. Every single person, scientists, doctors, lawyers, everybody is creative. And, you know, we feed ourselves this lie that we're not. And when in reality, you just have to put your brain to it. You just have to figure it out. Like, all these inventions, all this stuff that we use now, someone figured it out. And you have the same power. You have the same opportunities as anyone else to be creative. Use what you already have. You don't need all the stuff you think you need. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make music and all you have is a voice recorder, use a voice recorder. If you want to write a book and all you have access to is Word, Microsoft Word, there is technology available for you to produce that book and also put it on the market. You can do it yourself. Me as a singer, I'm not signed by a label. I have to figure out how to do things by myself. And while it's frustrating and it might take a little longer, it's still really beneficial because I'm figuring out how to be my own marketer, how to be my own, editor, whatever. Like, you being put in this situation is not necessarily a bad thing. It helps you be more creative. It helps you come up with the stuff that you need to come up with. So I just want to encourage you and charge you all today, use what you already have. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for everything to be aligned and for, you not to be busy. You will always be busy. You will always have financial obligations come up. Like, whatever can go wrong will go wrong. And that should not be a reason for you to not pursue what God is calling you to pursue. It's like, okay, I'm single, but now I'm married. I'm too busy. Now I have kids. Like, life will keep going. Life is not going to stop. Just stop. You stop and figure out how you can make it work with what you have, with the time you have, the resources, the people, the talent, the skills. And if you lack the skills you need, learn them. There's things like Skillshare. There are things like YouTube University, you know what I'm saying? Which is just YouTube. Teaches you everything you need to know about everything. Like, literally anything you want to learn, you can find out if you seek the answers. So yeah, so my encouragement to you today is stop waiting for perfect conditions because they don't exist. It's kind of a twofer. And use what you already have. You're resilient. You're resourceful. That's how you were made. That's how you're crafted. Use them. Okay? So thanks for listening to day 5 or watching day 5. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow and day 6. All right? So have a great day. Keep creating. Use what you already have.